Day 183 of 365, and it's a Sunday. It's the 2nd of July. It's kind of the 4th of July, long weekend. And I was thinking today earlier about um, some of the traditions and things that we used to do when I was younger. And for a long stretch period of time, my Aunt Dee um, used to have these epic, I say epic because they were just epic to me, um, 4th of July parties. And it was kind of crazy because her dad and my dad would, and my uncle at the time, and a couple other friends, they would go golfing in the morning. I used to go and spend the weekend with my aunt and uncle, and help to prepare for this thing because we did food for just days, just food and more food. Um, and there were fireworks. I mean, my uncle loved to shoot off fireworks. And they all loved to just blow up things. And at one point in time, my grandfather was heavily involved in the town's festivities, and they used to blow off that before there were companies. Somebody local said, "I can do it," and they actually built these big mortar area, these tubes in the ground that were permanent there, and they used to drop them down in there and shoot them up in the sky and blow them up. But the party that I get back to, just food for days, ribs and sausage and burgers and hot dogs and all sorts of salads and everything, and it was an eating fest. We would eat all day long. And I remember my aunt's dad, every time somebody new would come in, because it was an all-day party. It was like it would start at like 11, lunchtime, or even earlier. People would start coming in, but every time somebody new would come in, he would go and make a plate and sit down with them because he didn't want them to eat alone, which I thought was crazy at the time. But and I look back at it, and I'm thinking, like, the highest form of hospitality. Like, he didn't want anybody to eat alone. So people would fix a plate, he'd fix himself a plate, sit down, he'd start eating again. But it was the longest weekend, and man, I'll tell you, it is one of the most it is the one of the most happiest times that I have anchored in my brain, that I'll probably take with me to the grave, of 4th of July and the what surrounded it, because it was just so over the top in my brain at that time. I mean, probably from the age of 12 to 18, something like that. Like a good, maybe a little younger. It was like a good 5, 6, 7, 8 years that we're in there. That's what we did, and it continued on for a long time, even after I stopped being involved. But it was just a hoot, and just a fantastic time of family gathering, and celebrating, but mostly family gathering. I think that's the most important thing, is to gather your family. I don't think we do enough of it anymore. At least we don't. And maybe that's our fault because we don't. But what kind of 4th of July festivities do you do? Do you shoot fireworks? Do you gather up and have a big barbecue, food and the sorts? Or don't you do anything? Maybe you don't do anything. Maybe you just sit at home and watch TV and watch the fireworks on TV. But that's been heavy on my mind, and it's always been a fun time, and a most epic party that you could ever be at. But I remember it well. Continue to. But man, I hope you had a great day today. I had a fantastic day today. I really did. Merry Christmas, everybody. And of course, happy 4th of July weekend. This is it. And we have a couple more days, and we're going to be celebrating the 4th. I hope tomorrow brings you much blessings and joy. And I'll see everybody again tomorrow. Bye-bye.